YouTube, what's good YouTube? I'm back with another good video, fellas. Why most men are stuck in their simp ways. And I've been thinking about this for a long time, but there are different guys out there who come from different backgrounds, and their view on game, the way they see game, is different. There's some guys out there who, throughout their years of growing up, they've never really had to spend any money on women. They've just been smooth, and the women who fuck with them. They've not really had to do all this monkey tricks, all this facade, all this faking in order to attract women. It's just come naturally to them. They've just always known the right thing to say at the right time. But there's some guys out there who they've been told throughout their years of growing up that if you buy her the flowers, if you buy her the chocolate, even though she's not interested in you, if you keep doing that, eventually she will find you attractive. Message her good morning beautiful every single morning, and sometimes she won't reply, but eventually she'll be interested in you. But that's their game. That's what's been installed in them throughout their years of growing up. There's some guys who they've been told that if you break your bank account and buy her the jewelry she wants, the handbag she wants, if you pay her bills, if you do all this monkey tricks for her, eventually she will like you. Eventually she will find you attractive. But fellas, that's their game. There's some guys out there who their game is to lie to women, pretend to be who they're not, pretend to be this rich guy or pretend to be this nice guy, wear this mask and cover who they really are, and eventually the women will find them attractive. Eventually. And the truth is, fellas, that is their game. That's what they've been raised to believe. And the truth of that is, when you follow these different paths, whatever you've been installed to believe growing up, that now becomes the type of women you attract. So if you're the guy who's breaking your bank account, breaking into your wallet to buy her this gift, to buy her this jewelry, and you've only known her for a week, she has told you, well, I'm only going to talk to you if you pay my bills, and that's what you decide to do. Because that's your view on game, that's what you think works, eventually you start to attract women who are tricks. Women who trick you into spending your money on them. I call it modern day prostitution. You will attract the women who are modern day prostitutes, where they make it seem acceptable. What they're doing is acceptable. So that's what you're going to attract. And if you're that guy who sits back and let the women who find you attractive show you interest, and then you go from there, if you're the guy who's always gone the natural route, never really spent money on women, and you've always got all the women, you've always attracted the women because you work on yourself, eventually you realize that's what you attract. The women who see you, the women who are attracted to you, will show interest in you. If you're the guy who is buying her flowers, buying her gifts, buying her chocolate, texting her every morning, hoping eventually she will like you, that's the behavior you're gonna adapt to. And that's the behavior, the women you attract, that's what they're gonna see in you. But the most important thing, fellas, is you need to see what game is the most effective game out there. I preach going the natural way, working on yourself, self-improving, working on your physique, making sure you smell good. And the women who fuck with you, the women who are part of your tribe, will find you attractive. The women who see you for who you are will fuck with you. The women who are naturally attracted to you, her pussy naturally gets wet for you, will be attracted to you. The key is to find the most effective game. And the sad thing about these different types of guys is when you try to put them on the red pill, they don't want to hear it because they're so naive, they're so stuck in their ways that no matter what they tell you, they believe their game, the way they see game, is the most effective. And then when you ask them, what's your success rate with women? Well, I've only really been with 2 women. I've really only slept with 2 women. My first girlfriend, she was cheating on me with this guy she said was her friend, but it turns out they were sleeping together. And then the second woman, well, she lives far. I don't really see her that much. I see her once every 3 months. And it's weird because she's always on her period when I see her. And she just gives me head, but I only see her once every 3 months. But you're buying her flowers, you're buying her chocolate when she's clearly not interested in you. The first woman cheated on you, and the second woman is 1000% cheating on you. But yet, you're still buying her this flower, buying her this chocolate to raise her interest. You're buying her this jewelry in hopes that eventually she will like you. And your success rate doing this is 2 women. And you mean to tell me a guy who's in these streets, who's been in this game for 8 years now, you mean to tell me what I'm preaching you is bullshit? You mean to tell me telling you to get in shape, me telling you to find a woman you click with, to fuck with women who fuck with you? You mean to tell me that's not effective game? Me telling you to go for women who are in your tribe, to let the women who are in your tribe show you interest, and from there on it's easy? You mean to tell me that that's not effective game? You mean to tell me that you being with 2 women, you want to tell me what effective game is? Let me keep it real with you guys. I don't do going on a date the first time meeting a woman. I don't do that. That's my standard. So I don't take women out on a date the first time meeting them. And if I do, I'm taking you out to coffee where we can sit down and talk. Right? I'm gonna have a hot chocolate and maybe a croissant, and we're gonna sit there and have a fucking talk. But all that fancy shit, all that dinner date, I'm not doing that the first time meeting you. And the crazy thing about this is, even though I don't take women out on a date first time meeting them, I've had more sex on the first date than anything else. So my success rate speaks for itself. I don't take women out to eat on the first date. We chill, but somehow I still get the drawers. I still get the panties at the end of the night. I'm keeping it real. I've had more sex on the first date, and it shows. So you mean to tell me that that's not effective game? And I don't spend money on women. The money I make, unless I fuck with you as a woman, you're not seeing my bank account. You're not smelling my bank account. And you mean to tell me that you have to buy her all these gifts in order for her to eventually like you. And the thing about this money, using money to attract women, is you can get her physically if you're spending money on her. But emotionally, you can't get her emotionally, because emotionally, she's not attracted to you. Emotionally, she's not turned on by you emotionally. Your presence, who you are, doesn't turn her on. But a woman could give you her body. She doesn't mind doing that for the money. But when that guy that she is physically and sexually attracted to and clicks with her emotionally, that woman is gone. And here's a question for the guys who like to spend money on women. Right? Your game is buying her all these gifts, paying her bills, paying her car bills and whatever, paying her house rent. That's your game. But let me ask you this. What guarantee do you have that when a guy who has more money than you comes around, that this woman is going to stick around? But you mean to tell me that's the most effective game? I keep it real with you guys. Some guys are always going to be stuck in their simp ways, and no matter what you tell them, they're never going to hear it. No matter how much game you try to give them, they're so naive, they don't want to hear it. But that's good. A world full of simps makes it easier for the guys who get it, the guys who are red pill aware. It makes it easier for us. Anyways, fellas, I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. If you hear the message, hear it. If you don't want to hear it, don't hear it. Like I always say, you're your own man. You make your own decision. But the truth is, you will always come back to the truth. The reality will always hit you in the face. And here's the thing, right? That woman you're breaking your bank account for, you're doing all these monkey tricks, all these backflips for, one day when you go to work, tell her you're going to work and just come back home. Right? Come back home and don't tell her you're coming back home. Come back home and see what your woman's getting up to. See who she has in the house. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up in the DM, fellas. I'm out.